Welcome, everyone. Glad to see we have a full house. We got an exciting night tonight. Today is Monday, May 16th, 2022, 5:30 p.m. We're here at City Hall at 400 Main Street, and we're going to call this special meeting of the Rowlett City Council to order as authorized by Section 551-071 of the Texas Government Code. This meeting may be convened into closed executive session in the purpose of seeking confidential legal advice from the city attorney on any agenda item herein. The City of Rowlett reserves the right to reconvene, recess, or realign the regular session or called executive session or order of business at any time prior to adjournment. To provide comment for the meeting, if not in person, please send an email to citizeninput@rowlett.com by 3:30 p.m. of the day of the meeting. Please note, only agenda item specific comments will be accepted. Your comment will be read into the record during the meeting, must be within a 3-minute time limit. For in-person comments, registration forms, instructions are available inside the building. And I'm assuming we don't have any. All right. So we have one action item, and then we've got some great presentations that I know we're all excited to get to. So item 1A is consider action to approve a resolution canvassing the results of the general and special election held Saturday, May 7th, 2022 for the positions of Mayor, Councilmember Place 2, Councilmember Place 4, Councilmember Place 6, and Councilmember Place 1, unexpired term, and declaring any applicable runoff for June 18th, 2022. Do I have a motion?
Excuse me.
You first. Presentation. I'm sorry. I was so excited to get going. All right, Laura.
It is exciting. So the good news is it's all over. And we can continue. We can continue on, yes. So out of the 48,533 registered voters in the city of Rowlett, 3,863 votes were cast, which is just under an 8% turnout. Now, overall, that does seem low, but for our elections, that is a little bit higher. So, yay for those. So, let's get to it. These are the final numbers as reported by Rockwall and Dallas County. For the position of mayor, with 1,878 votes, receiving 50.09% of the vote. And let me first say that in order for a candidate to be declared elected to their position, they must receive 50% plus 1. This is 50% plus 3. Councilmember Place 2. This was our most nail-biting race. This was down to the wire. Declared for Place 2 is Jeff Winchett. For Councilmember Place 4, with 1,918 votes, which was 54.35% of the vote, Mike Britton, Councilmember-elect Place 4. Place 6, with 1,964 votes and 57.44%, Deb Schinder, Councilmember-elect Place 6. And for our special election, with 1,712 votes, which was 50.98%, Brian Galliardi, Councilmember-elect Place 1. So, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, we just need a motion and a second to approve the results of the election.
Thank you, Laura. So, you look at those numbers, and as Laura said, that was a pretty good turnout for a non-presidential, non-national election. And if you don't think your vote counts, you can see how close some of those were. So thank you. So can I entertain a motion? Councilmember Sherrill?
So yeah, I move we approve the canvass election.
Thank you. Do we have a second? Councilwoman Bell? All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
These are hand votes.
Gotcha. Thank you. We have a motion and a second. So all those in favor, please raise your hand. Any opposed? And that motion passes. Congratulations to all of the newly elected council members and mayor. So before I can turn everything over to you, Blake, we're going to recognize some outgoing council members for all their hard work, and then we're going to get to our oaths of office. All right. So I get the honor to recognize some of our outgoing council members. Council member Whitney Lanning is not here this evening, but we got Martha and our friend back here, Brownie. And as you guys that are getting ready to come in know, you're about to spend more time with these people than maybe you do your own family some week. Because doing this job is truly a labor of love. And I know that every decision that these folks have made in their time in office has been with the best interest of this city and all of its residents at hand. And that's all we can ask for anybody that sits up at this seat. Because there's one thing that's true in life is you can't make everybody happy. And sometimes you got to make some really hard decisions that piss off a whole lot of people. And remember, these are all volunteer positions. And we're just trying to do the best. And I know that all of these people, Martha, Whitney, Brownie, have all done all of that. So I'm proud to recognize these outgoing council members and their dedication to the citizens of Rowlett. Their commitment to enduring a strong future for our community is always and always putting in the hours, research, and hard work necessary to make sometimes difficult decisions before them easy. And I can tell you, Brownie read every word, letter, paragraph, comma, explanation point, dollar sign of every packet. And some of them are 600, 700 pages long, because he'll point out every mistake that's in there. Trust me, he's done it. But some of the things that this council has got to see undergone and the transformation of is help guiding the city through the continuous recovery from the 2015 tornado, the transition from the Bayside development to the Sapphire Bay development, planning and implementation for the 2018 strategic plan, Realize Rowlett 2020 comprehensive plan update, the 2015, 2018, and 2021 CIP bond elections, helped establish the Rowlett Youth Equity and Inclusion Commission and the Rowlett Youth Advisory Commission, advocated for lower water rates with both the North Texas Municipal Water District and the Public Utility Commission, worked through a devastating winter ice storm. We all know it's Snowmageddon. And of course, for a year and a half, this group met by nothing but virtual meetings because we were in the middle of COVID-19. And let me tell you, it's hard enough to do this job up here. It's even harder to do it online in a Zoom meeting. Not to mention going through the passage of Senate Bill 2, which completely threw off how our budgets are done and completely changed that timeline. The things that this council has navigated over the past 4, 5, 6 years has been quite a bit and quite extensive. And there's just more to go as this city continues to grow and things continue to get more and more complex. As much as I know some people think that that's still a sleepy little town, it's not anymore. We're in the 5th largest metropolitan area in the country, very close to passing Chicago for the 4th largest metropolitan area. In my Leadership North Texas class, we just had a demographic person speak, and 1,000 people a day moved to Texas. So they're still coming, and they're looking for places to live, work, and play, and we want to create the best community for them to be able to do that here in Rowlett. So we're going to start with Martha. Awesome. Randy, are you going to bring Martha up here for us? Can I tell them what happened, Martha? All right. So Martha unfortunately had a small little accident, but we're so glad that you were able to come here so that we could recognize you as one of our outgoing council members. Martha Brown has served on City Council for 2016 through 2022. She was part of the Tax Increment Refinance Zone Number 2 Board from 2017 to 2022, the Tax Increment Refinance Zone Number 3 Board from 2017 to 2022, and she was a member of the Community Investment Program Task Force from 2014 to 2016. As well as doing all that, she's executive director for Keep Rowlett Beautiful and all of the wonderful work that she did. So, Martha, for everything, for being a great friend, great leader, and doing such great work for this city and for its residents, thank you.
Well, I'll just say thank you for the honor of serving this great city. It's been a privilege, and I look forward to seeing where we go in the future. I'm stepping out of this role on council, but I still love Rowlett as much as I ever have, and will continue to serve. Thank you.
Thank you, Martha. Oh, wait. Can I take that off? Get better. And we look forward to seeing you back out around town. Yeah, stay off the bike. All right. Councilmember Brownie Sherrill. So, Councilmember Sherrill and I ran both for the first time at the same time, and I will never want to campaign during a July and August election again because it was miserably hot. So Brownie has become famous for being the voice of our meeting announcements, as we all know. We may bring him back for that. He has served on our city council from 2017 to 2022. He was also part of our tax increment refinance zone number 2 board from 2017 to 2022, the tax increment refinance zone board number 3, 2017 to 22, the senior advisory board liaison from 2016 to 2017, charter review commission in 2012 to 2013, park and recreation advisory board from 2011 to 2014. And I can't say enough about the stability and the mentorship and the kind of the history that Brownie brings. He goes to every community meeting. He's always out in the public. He's always shaking hands and kissing babies, so to speak. But he attends everything, and he's always been an ear to listen to, and he always brings wisdom to everything that he does. And your attention to detail will definitely be missed. So thank you, sir, for everything.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, I came with a prepared speech tonight. So, over 6,100 service hours and over 37,000 pages of packets, budgets, contracts, and agreements ago, I took the oath of office for a rewarding $1.18 an hour job. If y'all would like to sit back and relax, I have several thousand people to thank. So, first I want to thank my wife, Sue Ann, for allowing me to serve and keeping my calendar straight, and making sure Pam Bell and I were at the right place at the right time. And thank you to my great neighbor, Todd Gottell, for urging me to run. And many thanks to Tammy, Pam, Martha, Blake, Whitney, Matt, for their service and for serving with me on the city council. And especially my partner at all the events, Pam Bell. Thanks to Laura Hallmark, our wonderful city secretary, and her staff, she is, for all the administrative duties and that you continue to do for us. Thanks to City Manager Brian Funderburk, Deputy City Manager Angie Smith, and the executive staff for keeping us up to speed with everything that was going on in the city and providing the information we needed to aid in our decisions. And let's not forget City Attorney David Berman for keeping us on the legal side of the fence. You know, I think David can actually herd cats. Okay, that's over 20 people. So let me thank all the residents of the city of Rowlett for allowing me to serve. Thank you.
And even though he's not here, we want to recognize Whitney Lanning. He was served on City Council from 2019 to 2022, Economic Development Advisory Board from 2021 to 2022, the Tax Increment Refinance Zone Number 2 Board from 2019 to 2022, the Tax Increment Refinance Zone Number 3 Board from 2019 to 2022, Rowlett Community Organization Active and Disaster Committee from 2010 to 2022, and the Charter Review Commission in 2012 to 2013. Whitney, I know you're not here, but again, thank you, and thank you again to all of you guys for all of your dedication and hard work. And enjoy getting your Tuesdays and Mondays and sometimes Thursday nights back. All right, our last order of business is going to be the conduction of oath of office for our newly elected mayor and council members. And Laura, and I think we have one of our associate judges here that's going to do the swearing in.
Judge Jeffers. And first person you get to swear at. Mayor-elect Blake Margolis.
Okay, I'm sorry, Laura. Can I get a group of my folks to come up here? Or just me? Swear first? Okay, then I'll wait.
Who would you like to have with you as you are sworn in?
12 people? 12 people.
That's fine.
Yeah. Committee, can y'all come up here? Campaign committee. Y'all know who you are. Come on up here. You.
When you hold this?
Yes.
Cover the label.
Just
This is why the one that's showing pictures. Okay. So Blake, face Judge Jeffers.
okay.
Don't worry about this.
Cool.
Stand right there. Stand here. Face Judge Jeffers. She's going to conduct
Ah, okay. My left hand.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name,
I, Blake Margolis,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of Mayor for the City of Rowlett
of Mayor for the City of Rowlett
of the State of Texas
of the State of Texas,
and will to the best of my ability
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and the laws of the United States
the Constitution and the laws of the United States
and of this state,
and of this state,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's been a journey, and thank you, everybody. Thank you to the 3,777 Rowlett residents who voted in this election. The people, all of you, understand the importance of local government and the impact that it has on our daily lives. Again, thank you. 16 years ago, my interest in Mayor's Park, a designated future Rowlett Park, set me on a path to where I am today. It was at 6 years old when I attended a town hall meeting and asked the mayor at the time when the park would be built. It was at this town hall meeting when I knew I would want to one day serve as mayor of Rowlett. And this is truly a full circle moment. The passion I have for the community motivates me every day, even in tough times. And the support that I have received from members of this community has been overwhelming, and I'm thankful to those who could see in me what I could bring forward as a council member and now as mayor. As an 18-year-old council member, that's one thing, but a 22-year-old mayor is quite a bit of another thing. And for you to believe enough in me to see past my age and see my experience and passion to serve is something I will forever be grateful for. I want to recognize the campaign group. This is some of them that were very integral in assisting me over the last 7 months. It's Michael Britt, Deborah Crosby, Dan Gleason, Vita and Richard Cole, Trissa and Chance Lindsay, Jeffrey Sheldon, Lorian Degrowski, Tracy Turner, Gail Roberge, and my father, Ethan Margolis, as well as Bianca, Salvador, and Mirtha at Barocos for hosting several of my lovely campaign meetings. Each of these individuals brought a unique and a thoughtful perspective, which helped put me where I am this evening. Thank you to each of you for the invaluable assistance you offered me throughout the interesting campaign season and for the continued support. I will forever cherish the great times we had together during our many campaign meetings. Additionally, I would like to recognize my amazing parents for their unwavering support. No matter what I have chosen to do throughout my life, they have had my back. And without their support, I wouldn't be standing here tonight. So now the work begins. And I look forward to tackling this work beside our newly elected council members, Brian Gilliardi, Jeff Winget, Deb Schinder, and Mike Britton. You have elected a great group of people who will represent the community very well. 3 years from now, I want to see that we have boosted funding to our public police department, invested millions more toward infrastructure, reduced the property tax rate further, increased the city's homestead exemption, completed ribbon cuttings at Sapphire Bay, invested in our lower income neighborhoods, increased community involvement and transparency, and that we have done our best to make people proud to call the great city of Rowlett their home. Thank you to each and every one of you for coming here tonight and to watch your new council take the oaths and for participating in the electoral process of your community. I am honored to be your new mayor, and I look forward to representing the entire community through 3 years of opportunities, challenges, and accomplishments. Thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Councilmember Place 1-elect, Mr. Brian Galiardi.
Run my campaign committee too.
And if you will please raise your hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Brian L. Galiardi,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of Council Member Place 1 for the City of Rowlett
of Council Member Place 1 for the City of Rowlett
of the State of Texas,
of the State of Texas,
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and the laws of the United
the
States
Constitution and the laws of the United States
and of this state.
and of this state.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Very brief comments. I did not prepare any remarks. I will thank a few people, especially my wife, for convincing me to do this and seeing me through to this point, and I'll thank her in advance for putting up with all the hours that I intend to put in while doing this job. I thank all of you who voted for me and all of you who did not vote for me. thank all of you who came out. It is great to see a peaceful transition of power, something that this country set the stage for, and we'd like to see happen throughout the world. A special thanks to my fellow Place One candidate who could not be here tonight. We met early on in the campaign process, and we agreed we would run a nice, clean campaign. In fact, we have since become friends, and I expect her to be one of the first people at our new pool we're building. So. Thanks to my neighbors for putting up with me. Got a couple here tonight. You're not supposed to clap for yourself. I will thank in advance the fellow council members that I will be working with for putting up with my blue sky ideas. And particular thanks to Mr. Berman, who's going to have a really hard job for the next year. And with that, I will turn it over to Laura so she can move us right along. Thank you very much.
Councilmember-elect Place 2, Jeff Winget.
Yeah, different. It is. Yeah, it's totally changed the whole dynamic. It's going to change everything. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Jeff Winget,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of Councilmember Place 2 for the City of Rowlett
of Councilmember Place 2 for the City of Rowlett
of the State of Texas,
of the State of Texas,
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws of the United States
the Constitution and laws of the United States
and of this state.
and of this state.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So much like Brian, I also did not prepare any comments, and much like Brian, I'm going to start off by thanking my wife, but for the opposite reason, not for encouraging me to run, but for not running when I ran. So I am also very grateful, to the residents of the community that came out to vote. I, for several years now, have been a huge advocate of people getting involved, people coming out to vote and showing up. And this election proved that this community can show up like it has not in the past. And so I am so thankful and so appreciative for that. But we have more work to do. Citizen education and voter education starts with us, those that come to these meetings and are a part of this. And so it's so important that we talk to our neighbors and we talk to our friends and we share messages within our church and in our community that local elections matter. And if you look at the mayor's race, I think it's really clear that every vote matters. So please show up, please vote in these various elections, not only during the presidential elections, not only during the midterms, but during the elections throughout the year. So thank you so much. To my fellow council members, I have 4 words, and that's let's get to work.
Okay, Councilmember-elect Place 4, Mike Britton. Come on down.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Mike Britton,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of Councilmember Place 4 for the City of Rowlett
for Councilmember Place 4 for the City of Rowlett
of the State of Texas,
of the State of Texas,
and will to the best of my ability
and will to the best of my ability
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws of the United States
the Constitution and laws of the United States
and of this state.
and of this state.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I too will be very brief and didn't really prepare a whole lot other than just wanted to just to say thanks. I see a lot of familiar faces out there, and the people who know me well know that my faith is very important to me. And so I just want to say thanks to God just for giving me this opportunity. It will be my daily prayer that He gives me wisdom, gives me judgment, gives me discernment, so that I can carry out in a worthy manner this office. I also just want to thank my encouragers and my supporters, of which the biggest and the staunchest is my wife, who not only encouraged me and supported me, she still does. I also want to thank a lot of people. I'd be here a long time if I thought about every one of them, but there were people who were encouraging me, the people who supported me, and obviously they voted that brought me to this point tonight. So I just want to say thank you to all of those folks. I want to say something to the folks who didn't vote for me. It's you have my commitment. You have my utmost commitment that I'm going to serve you with as much fervor and with as much enthusiasm as anybody else. And I do want to thank Whitney. I wish he was here tonight. Whitney has done a lot of good things for this community. I want to applaud him for all his service at this community, as well as Martha and Brownie. So thank you very much.
And batting cleanup, Councilmember-elect Place 6, Deb Schinder.
After me. I state your name.
I, Deborah Schinder,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of Council Member Place 6 for the City of Rowlett
of Council Member Place 6 for the City of Rowlett
of the State of Texas,
of the State of Texas,
and will to the best of my ability
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws of the United States
the Constitution and laws of the United States
and of this state.
and of this state.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Well, everyone who knows me knows that I'm rarely ever brief, so I'm not going to promise that. But I want to say that I have, as someone who municipal government has been a part of my life for almost all my life, and I've taken the oath of office several different times in my life, as a police officer, as an appointed official in several different roles, as a city council member in another city. But every time that I do, I am honored and overwhelmed and awed by the responsibility that you, the people, have given to me. And I want you to know that I will always take that oath very, very seriously. The Bible, on which I swore the oath tonight, belonged to my dad. He was my role model. He was my inspiration. He is the person from whom I got my work ethic, and I really wish he could be here tonight. I lost him 24 years ago. Still miss him every day. I wish that he was here so I could say thank you to him. But there are a lot of people who are still around for me to say thank you to. I want to thank my husband, who wasn't able to be here tonight because he's in a meeting with people from Australia. And I want to thank my son, who also couldn't be here because he's in Colorado, and my daughter, who's in Japan. So I have my campaign treasurer and her husband, my neighbors, who were very instrumental in helping me with this campaign, and I could not have done it without them. In fact, there are a lot of people I could not have done this without. And I can't name all of them because then I really would be brief, and Blake might cut off my microphone. But I'm thankful for everyone who came out and voted, whether you voted for me or not. Thank you for participating in the process because your vote counts. It's important. And I'm also thankful for the new council members with whom I'm going to work. And I really look forward to that because I think we're going to be a really great team. And finally, I'm thankful that I no longer have to give my address every time that I stand up here to speak. And that I no longer have to limit myself to 3 minutes, but I will shut up now.
So City of Rowlett, here's your new city council.
All right. So please feel free to stay for a short reception in the lobby, and we are adjourned. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Oh, yeah.